Hello and welcome to part 4 of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is, it's going slowly, but I'm enjoying it. Hopefully everyone's not bored to tears. It is a very slow game, but I think that it's got a lot of substance to it, and it's fun to watch the adventure as it grows. Well, at least that's how I feel when I watch Let's Plays. So hopefully other people have a similar opinion. I don't know why I'm collecting all these apricorns, because I know I will never use them. I'll give like one of them to Kurt and then never pick up the Pokeballs because they're never useful enough for me to care. Or at least if they are, I've never actually found a use for them. Probably because I don't catch all that many Pokemon, but with at least 5 legendaries that I intend to catch, I'm probably going to have to in this one. Probably going to have to use things like fastballs and that. We'll see anyway. I love fighting against bug catchers because they send out such absolute crap. Oh, we learned Focus Energy at level 7. That's entirely useless. But yeah, as I was saying about the whole MMO idea, yeah, I reckon that would make a fantastic game. Now, there have already people out there that have made sort of homebrew MMOs for Pokemon. But if they made an official Pokemon MMO, it would sell so well. It would. I reckon that a Pokemon MMO could rival World of Warcraft. It's one of the few things I think could. Yeah. Switch Pokemon, I think. Let's let Spearow have another go, because Spearow actually has the Peck move, which is ridiculously effective against bugs. So one advantage that we have with birds is the beginning of this game is very, very easy. We first come across a load of bug trainers on the first roads, and we come across Weedles and things like that in the grass, which I can take out in a single shot with Spearow, and with anything else with a bug move. Then we're going to face off against the Sprout Tower, which is grass, largely, which are weak against flying moves. And then we've got Falconer, who is going to be a little bit harder because we don't have anything he's weak against. But hopefully we'll have enough that we can actually hurt him. And then we end up going down to a bug gym, which is weak against flying. So the first bit's going to be a breeze for us. Yeah, let's get Spearow packing a bit here. I've always liked Spearow. He's one of my favourites as starting bird. I think it looks really cool. He's got this sort of serious look to him. I can imagine if he wasn't drawn so cutesy, Spearow actually looking really fearsome. I remember one person who was also saying in one of his videos that he thought there should be a Pokemon MMO. How one of the changes he would make to Pokemon is make them look like ferocious beasts. And wow, I couldn't agree more. Some of the pictures he's shown, which I would show, but I could never find them. I've looked for them on Google. They looked amazing. I mean, really, really fearsome looking pictures, particularly the picture of Blastoise. It was very impressive to see. The versus record is something that I will never use because I'm never actually going to fight against other people. Still, it's good to have, I suppose. Yeah. I'm not sure why no one at Nintendo has actually thought of it, the whole MMO thing. I think the idea being, if they just keep making the same game over and over again, they can keep selling it over and over again, which is what they're doing, and it is working. I mean, I can't really fault them. you know, I went out and bought it. You know, I will probably go out and buy the next one. I know that I intend to get probably Pokemon Black. I don't know, depends which one, Black or White, has the more interesting legendary, because it'll have a legendary specific to it, like all of them do. Like, because this one has Lugia, and I prefer Lugia to Ho-Oh, or however it's supposed to be pronounced, Ho-Oh or whatever. But Lugia is by far one of my favourites. I prefer Psychic to Fire. I don't know why, actually, because I do actually quite like Fire, and when I originally first played, Pokemon Red, I did actually have Pokemon Red before Yellow, and I played Fire, and I just collected Fire Pokemon. That was intriguing. I remember Charizard. That was before Charizard even had the Flying type. Yeah, because in Pokemon Red he just stayed Fire. He could learn Wing Attack, so he was useful in that he could use a flying move, but he didn't actually have the flying type. He stayed just pure Fire, which meant that he couldn't be hurt by things. Well, he couldn't be hurt in a super effective manner by things like Thundershock and Thunderbolt. Now, what I'm hoping is if I can get Torchic to learn a fire move in the next couple of levels, that he can breeze through the Bellsprouts here. Because I could use the bug Pokemon, but I want to get the two starters to a point where they actually have an elemental attack each. And I reckon that this is as good a place as any. They do level quite fast, like I said, so it shouldn't be too hard. I can guarantee, I know many people, even my age. I mean, I'm in my mid-20s now, yeah. So I'm way above the age that Nintendo aims at. No, I'll have to keep battling. I still haven't learned anything, even at level 8. I'm going to have to wait until level 10 or something, aren't I, to learn a fire move. It's going to suck. But yeah, I'm way above Nintendo's target audience. But people my age are more likely to play things like Pokemon than any kid now. I guarantee when you look at the, if you look at the average person that buys the new Pokemon games, I reckon they're around 23 to 26. Because they're the people that remember the originals. And although you know, the old Diamond and Ruby and all that, yeah, changed it too much, the new ones, Leaf Green, Fire Red, and Soul Silver and Heart Gold, are basically going back to what made them great. And you can't beat that. The old gamers are going to go, this is exactly what I remember, but revamped and made better. This is the definitive Pokemon game, and that's what I've seen on every review. It's going to attract every single old gamer that remembers the original games on Game Boy, back when moving made everything a blur except your character. So you had to memorise where you were going before you moved, and then stop to make sure the cliff was still there. It was a lot better on Game Boy Pocket and Game Boy Color, but my god was it bad on the original Game Boy. You could barely see where you were going. Although you could beat the Flash Cave by just turning the contrast really high. But everyone knew that one though. We were used to having really crap graphics, so we could get past not being able to see anything. We had to play our games by telepathy anyway. Level 9, does it? No, it still doesn't have a fire move, even at level 9. And if it reaches level 10, I'm going to stop using it. Because I don't want one Pokemon to be ridiculously high and the others lagging behind. My be able to get all of Sprout Tower done in this video, but I doubt it. We'll probably get to the top floor and I'll have to save, as we've only got a few more minutes left before the end of the video. But it's been a fun outing, I think. I've had fun. I feel relaxed. I've made a little orange chicken, scratch plants and bugs. God knows why, but I've done it. It seems happy enough. You have no idea how ridiculously easy it is leveling past level 5 with these, compared to leveling it from level 2 to level 3. That was torture, because seriously, I think I gained like 50 experience points with that from killing that Bellsprout. We'll find out how much this one is, and you'll be able to see just how much it takes to level, because I'm a little over halfway through the level. This Bellsprout has given me 54, and 54 is almost half a level, so it takes about 110, maybe 120 to get from level 9 to level 10. It takes 60 odd to get from level 2 to level 3. You only get about 12 experience per fight if you're fighting level 2s and level 3s. Fighting a level 4 gave me 7 experience points because I'd have to switch out with something else. And normally one of the team would die fighting the level 4. Now please learn something at level 10. Ah, learned Ember. Good. Now that we have a fire move, I think I shall put you away for a bit. We don't want you to become overpowered and uber. We do not want uber Poonzaws. Let's give Pidgey some love, because Pidgey's lagging behind a bit. We'll worry about Hoothoot later. I've never actually trained a Hoothoot, so I always started the game quite early in the afternoon, and by the time I got to like the second badge or something, it was night time. So Hoothoot just wasn't really all that worth getting, because by then I already had a full team of 6. Right, let's see. Pidgey. Pidgey's going to have a bit of trouble actually, because Pidgey doesn't have fire move. Doesn't have flying move yet. Just tackle. Pidgey doesn't necessarily have an easy job here. I believe Pidgey will learn Gust in the next level or 2. It's probably level 7. The Pokemon universe, when you think about it, it's a bit weird really, isn't it? Have you noticed how there's a Pokemon Center and a Pokemon Mart in every single small town, yet there are no schools, hospitals, police stations, never more than about 4 houses, which means there's maybe 10 people living in each town, which is less than they're living in like this street, and it's not a long street. Yeah, it's always been something that's bothered me, is they basically have towns with no sod in it, and everything's based around Pokemon. Do these people never need to go shopping for something other than Pokemon stuff? Where do they buy their shopping? Where would you go in order to get a box of cereal, or a can of pop? If I want a can of Coke, where would I go in the Pokemon universe to get it? Who the hell knows? Well, we've only got a couple of seconds actually, which means we might not finish this fight. I'm going to have to stop here, and I will see you in a bit. Bye.